It was the news many were dreading from the day it was announced that direct rule from the United Kingdom was imminent. That news was that new taxation may be on the way for the TCI. However, in a release issued from the Office of the Chief Executive on the morning of Saturday, September 12th, it was confirmed that the TCI is currently some $135 million in debt, and measures have to be put in place to raise revenue and stay repayment on various loans. The release stated, quote, "The Turks and Caicos government has no known financial assets of any kind and owes $135 million US. Only $61 million of this debt has been borrowed from banks on terms which allow for repayment over a number of years. The balance of $74 million is owed via an overdraft or to companies and individuals who wish to be paid immediately. This $74 million can be analyzed as follows. Bank overdrafts are at $20 million. Amounts owed to healthcare providers and certain other substantial creditors are at $45 million. Amounts that are owed to smaller creditors are at $9 million. The governor and his advisory council met today in Grand Turk to address the budget concerns, and News 4 will have a full report of that meeting on tomorrow night's newscast. But News 4 can reliably reveal tonight that the government's expenditure is under very firm control. It averaged $14 million per month from April to July 2009, compared with $22 million per month in the same period in 2008. But the government's tax revenue has recently even been lower, having averaged only $12 million per month from April to July 2009, compared with $21 million over the same period in 2008. The drop in revenue is mainly as a result of last year's hurricane, the downturn in the economy, reduced tourism, and a drastic fall in stamp duty revenue as properties are not currently being bought and sold. The Wetherill administration is currently exploring a number of options which will shortly allow it to speed up repayment of its current debt. These measures include, quote, making a number of adjustments to current tax rates, which should yield a useful increase in revenue over coming months to supplement the seasonal increase in revenue, which will occur during the autumn, setting out to improve the effectiveness of tax collection and revenue enforcement, reviewing its tax exemption policies. Exemptions given to developers and others currently cost $60 million a year. Beginning a longer-term review of tax policy aimed at A, ensuring that the TCI remains a low-tax economy, B, that tax increases are paid by those who can afford to do so, and C, a steadier and more reliable income flow across the financial year, end quote. The release issued from the Office of the Chief Executive went on to state that, quote, in the short term, however, the need to repay debt will require some very difficult spending decisions to be made. Our priority will therefore be to ensure that we are able to continue to make those payments which have the greatest impact on the community, end quote. This news has all Turks and Caicos Islands residents on the edge as the worldwide economic slump continues to affect these shores, and with unemployment climbing, many lament that they will not be able to pay any more new taxes as they try to carry on their daily lives. News 4 will continue to monitor this developing story. For WIV4 News, I'm Angie Toussaint.